Welcome back to the channel. I've seen this stock and I think it's worth the effort of talking about because it's a great company, but unfortunate in times like this, the company is going through a rough patch where one of its members was killed and also the CEO have stepped down. And because of that, the stock is not looking so good. But let's go over some of the technical aspect of the stock and also some of the fundamental. So if you look, we're talking about United Healthcare, which is UNH. If we look over here on the PE of this stock from last year to this year, so the PE ratio was 6.63 from for last year. This year we're looking at 7.29, which I think it's a low PE. And that's something that you actually want to take into perspective comparing to a lot of these companies. For example, let's look at Palantir for a second. Let's look at Palantir PE just for a second to see some of the fundamental. All right, let's look. Where is the PE? The PE, current trending, PE. So looking at Palantir comparing, we know that the stock is super overbought, super overextended, and when they pull back drastically. Why? Because they correct themselves to the current price the stock should be trading at. You can see that the current quarter the stock is up 53.4%. That is ridiculously high. And looking at some of the PE, even though this is the actual, this is not telling me significantly what I want to see, but you can see that it's surprise of 10.55, and the difference is here, difference is there, 0.0.9, and their revenue, I'm just comparing, and their revenue just a Palantir. But looking back at UNH, even HIMS, UNH, we can definitely say that this is a great company with great expectation. What is expected from them? So let's look at the PE again. The forward PE 11.6 and the trailing PE 11.68. And the company always been making money, but again, unfortunately, they're going through a rough patch right now. So therefore, that put a stagnant gap on them, and because of that, the company pulled back a lot. They have a market cap of 200. Let's just go back to that real quick. A market cap of 200. Where did I lost it? A market cap of 280 something billion dollars. So again, the PE is something that you definitely want to take a look at. And this is a low estimate for a PE, meaning that the company is doing tremendously well. And their revenue, we can see that the average estimated revenue they bring in is 11.91 billion dollars, comparing to what is expected soon, which is 800 8 $886.38 billion. So this is what expected for next year. For this year, they're looking to bring in $450.6 billion. This is almost to what was signed yesterday. Not signed, but the government announced with the Saudi that the income that will be they're investing in the US is $600 billion, and this company is bringing $450.6 billion for this year. Currently, this year and next year, it has been increased. These are just analyst prediction, and if they're right, I can tell you that now is the time you want to look into the company. I didn't say we're not just going to rush and buy into any stock. We're going to do our due diligence, wait for the right timing, wait for the technical aspect to make sense to us before we jump and go ahead and buy any stock whatsoever. Let's just look at the summary of the company as well. You can see that the market cap for this company intraday is $282.465 billion. So this is not a company that just hit and miss. And the PE ratio again from time to month is 23.8. Looking at that from time to month, let's look at some of the technical aspect of the company. You can see that this company has been bullish, running up, running up, running up for a long time. But again, unfortunately, they're going through a phase right now, and the stock pullback. Yesterday we pulled all the way back to 308. Currently extended hours, the company is trading at 324. What I'm looking for here, we can see that the stock is super oversold on the RSI and on the MACD as well. Still, I will watch. Still, this is just for me. Not every stock is designed for every investor, but I am waiting, carefully waiting to see how this stock react for the next couple of days. Am I going to get some shares? Definitely yes. But the stock gave up every single cent it has earned from this is 2020, from October 28, 2020. We're trading in the same range. So if you have bought 2020 at October and didn't take profit, we're at the same phase right now. So 5 years ago, it gave up everything. But look, when the guy was killed, the president or whatsoever his name is was killed, you can see that the stock retraced and found a support at 474. And look what it did immediately. The stock pulled back again and then found another support at 438 and pushed all the way up to almost all-time highs. And giving you, this is 38.5% pushed up. That happened. So if you had bought, you would have locked in 38.5% from previous highs that was trading at 600 in even, let me see, this was less than a month. This was less than a month all of this took place. So the stock was trading at, this was February 20. It pulled back February 20 and then retraced all the way back. This was April 15th. The stock went all the way back. So within a month, it retraced. And look what happened again. It pulled all the way back. So if the stock should recover, not saying it's going to, it have to, nothing have to happen but keep going down, you're looking at 88.8% upside if this stock should recover anytime soon. And again, pre-market, it's already trading at 328, closed yesterday at 311. But the technicals are not telling me it's time to buy yet. Why? Let me go over this with you. Why? We can see that the RSI is down, the MACD is down, and also the candle is pointing down. But let's look at a closer time frame, which is 180 days. We still see that the RSI is down and the MACD is down. There's no form of consolidation right here. But let me go ahead and just do one thing to see if this can give us any clarity of what's really going on after hours. So nothing yet. So we still on the downside. We're waiting to see a reversal where this stock continue to go sideways, and then we want to make sure that we're trading above, which is the moving exponential line, because this is telling us one thing, that the stock is on its way back up, and we want to pay attention to our RSI, also the MACD. Because look, when this stock was trading above, look what it did. It traded above our moving exponential line. And as soon as it sold off, consolidated here, you can see that this, it did it previously. It consolidated, no longer selling off, pushed up, got rejected, and keep going sideways until better days. You can see that it gradually recover. This is not a stock that you want to buy and hold for a day or two. It's a stock you want to buy and hold for at least a month, because the return is ridiculous and insane. When stuff happen like this, you want to make sure you're watching and waiting for the right time. Even the right time will not present itself unless you know that this is something that you really want to invest in. Then you go ahead and you pull the trigger and you get yourself some shares. But I definitely think it's worth the time to talk about, and it's definitely worth the effort to break down, because it's a traditional company that has been doing significantly good. So the CEO stepped down and the stock take a hit just because of that. But again, the CEO was replaced immediately by the previous CEO, and anytime soon news can come out and the stock can retrace where it was or prior, where it was trading before or after. And I can tell you, we don't want to say that we were too late on the upside. So it's something to think about. So again, watch, wait, and listen for news, and you make your decision. But for me, I'm definitely going to get some shares into United Healthcare. But on the other side, for for today, we got some news this morning, and I think the news was good, or maybe the news was mixed. We got core PPI and initial claim, and PPI as well on continuous claim. But I don't expect anything good from these. This was no, this is tomorrow. I'm so sorry, not today, but tomorrow we're waiting to see these news, and I can tell you that initial claim is going to continue to go up, and continuous claim is continuing going to rise. But if PPI is increased other than what is expected, which is 0.3, we can see a significant pullback from that. Even though Nasdaq is trading awesome, a lot of stock is super overbought, super overhyped, and you don't want to mess with them right now because on their way back down, you can get stuck into them. For example, like Nvidia. Nvidia was trading like 3 weeks ago at $83, $86, and now look at it, 133. Is there room for growth? You have to decide for yourself. Also, we have to watch this bad ass right here, which is 10-year treasury yield. They're predicting that it should be stable at 4.5. This thing just keep going up, and the more this thing goes up, what happened in reverse? Nasdaq take a hit. Once the new treasury yield is on the rise, Nasdaq always take a hit. So that's something that I'm watching closely. And again, last time Nasdaq was trading at this point. Let's look at this at a closer view. Last time Nasdaq was trading at this point, I looked at SQQ and I said SQQ is super, super, super. Look at it, super oversold. Like what happened here. This was it 1, 2. We got a double super oversold on SQQ, and look what happened. SQQ continued to rise and then break out, and we got 3 overbought because of the negative catalyst that was in the market. 1, 2, 3 overbought, and what we did, we retraced, and now we're currently in the super oversold again. And look, just pay attention, please, because when this start to ignite again, you don't want to be left out. Super, super new low form. The market is in a super overbought position. Previously, we pushed up. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the market. We sold off, we pushed right back up, but there is no guarantee that we're going to continue to break new bounds and go higher, even though some of these stocks are killing it. We are not sure where the market is going to end. So you want to be on the lookout for what's going to happen and take necessary precaution and necessary action into it. For example, look at SMCI. SMCI is at closed at $38 and now trading at $46. This is ridiculous. Now the stock is trading up here. Prior to that, the stock was here, got burned, and now Nvidia again, $86 pushed up. The stock is at what, 33? So it's currently trading right here right now. And AMD, look at this. A lot of these stock got burned and trying to recover. So be on the lookout, stay vigilant, because in this market you can make it and you can break it in a second. But until then, like and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel.